Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you have seen, sorry, that's a painting I'm after the windmill. Different types of windmills are there. So today, sorry, I have a little bit of cough, so I might not speak a lot. But that's a windmill I'm after. Let's see, the colors that I've mentioned in the description is the same. I'll be using all combinations of colors, Winsor Newton, and I have Vandyke Brown here. If you don't have Vandyke Brown, you can actually use Thalo or Prussian blue with a little bit of burnt sienna. So that combination might work as well. So we'll see how this goes. Simple sky. So for that reason, I've taken white and cerulean blue. So let's just start painting. I'll be using these four brushes if I need anything extra. Filbert brush, round brush, liner brush, and then simple flat brush just for bigger areas. Apart from that, I think I'll be using just this brush. Right. Maybe I might need a little bit. This one, okay, let's just use this one first. So I have water and then a little bit of cloth here, or other you can have paper. So I usually use old cloth. So let's just start painting. So main thing is intention is the sky, and the landscape in the foreground is a little bit slanted with flowers. If I wanted to change the composition, maybe I would have put stripes of flowers, but let's follow this itself. So there is some expectation while looking at this, so we'll just follow that itself. And I have not drawn, as you can see, I have not drawn anything. Maybe I should have drawn. Let's just do that actually. Let me just not okay, let's just do that composition. So here it comes somewhere there. That is my foreground landscape, and I don't want that to touch there. It is just here. So I'm drawing just freehand drawing straight, so you just have to keep that in mind as long as you're comfortable with that. Slanted lines, right? Okay. So perspective wise, one, two, three, four sides are there. So there is one comes there, and another one comes there. Another one is straight goes there, and then another one goes down, down, down. One comes straight here, so I won't be able to see much of this. This also looks more of a parallel, but there. Here is the one where I can actually show that it's wider here. So we'll follow that there. Okay. That way actually I can avoid touching this area. Although we are going to put darker color. So here is the top part perspective wise. So that goes there. I usually draw this, but draw and keep. So let's just see. We'll just follow that itself. We'll just try to just a minute. Okay, so that's correct. That's right. It has to be top, right? This goes there, and this has to be here. And there are no there. It goes there, right? Goes behind. So this is the bottom of this, and then you get that, and then the top portion little bit there, and this also I think it's hidden, but we'll just manage that. So I am assuming that that's actually going to go that side, just like that, right? There is some kind of antenna, something is there, but I'm not going to put that. I'll just leave it as is. That's the drawing. So this drawing actually I'll post it on my website as well, so you can actually use that drawing. So let me just see that it's actually center of axis is same. Yeah, same there. Okay, so it's not totally slanted. So then after that, the other things will come on top of this. So we'll just leave these ones because once this dries, I can draw these lines. There's no point if I'm actually going to paint this. Nothing will be seen here. And far away, some tree is here, but I don't know to put or not. If I put, I might have to put tree, or let's put one tree because this is all empty. Other things actually I am going to remove is some lights are there in that garden. I will not use that. So let's just keep going with the painting then. So I will use this flat brush and some clouds also we need to put grayish clouds. Okay, so just white clouds. We'll just concentrate on blue and white. Horizon, so we will just keep make sure that as it comes to horizon it's more of a lighter color. Then if you are painting this on paper, you just have to make sure that it's acrylic paper. It holds paint a little bit longer. It doesn't, if it sucks is a problem. It dries, then when I apply blue for the sky, you might not get it. So even if it goes around this edge, it's fine because I can actually paint that. But at least I'm trying to save that space here somewhere. Bigger brush, better. Rich color, so titanium white. Okay, so it's all wet. I can see that I have covered exactly where I want to cover, even if it goes a little bit on top of that here. It's good enough. So let's just try. The other option is you can put blue and then you can put uh, what do you call sky. The reason why I applied blue is that I wanted this to be lighter, and then I can just leave wherever cloud is there. I can just leave. 2 3 ways of doing it, so you can actually scrub white on that, or otherwise it's just like how I'm doing now. You can actually get just get this and then try. So this way what happens is I will just leave. If you really want, I can actually go a little bit darker here too. I'm going to put just enough. Right. Okay, here itself you can actually make sure that you have clouds there. So because I already have white, if you have blender you can go with the blender. I would say you can actually use this. Doesn't have to be very, what do you call, smooth blending. So it doesn't have to be. I'm actually going to put just rough blending everywhere. Make sure that your cloud shapes are actually cloud shapes. You don't want to make it look like pattern or some kind of sticks. You can always come back with white, but the reason that I am doing this is that I get a little bit lighter here when I mix with blue at the horizon. 2 3 ways of painting, it's not the exact hard and fast rule, but I feel sometimes I just keep changing. Make sure that I go over that. Don't want to. Okay. So if at any point of time, if I really need some dark, I can go there, right? Again, I can actually go there a little bit here. You have to keep in mind again things to remember. Remember the blade of this windmill is actually going to be white. So where else you are going to leave white? That's important thing, because the darkness actually has to be there. If not, what will happen is you might actually miss. You might not be able to show the contrast. You just have to manage the contrast. So I'm just use tip of the brush, so it has to be lighter here anyways. Let me just wash my brush, and this time, if you want, what I would suggest is wait for some time before you apply a little bit of white. Let it dry, because you can actually blend it, but I'm actually going to leave it as is. This is how it looks actually, because of it's shining, it's wet. You might not be able to see it. That's exactly how it looks. So once everything comes with all the colors, we'll try with this again. Let it dry, because I don't want to do anything with that now. So in the meanwhile, actually I can try the foreground, but then if I'm using my hand here, I might not be able to. Right? Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Yes. Sorry. Okay. So that was just some something wrong with the cable. Sorry about that. So now I have an option whether to paint this or paint. No, we'll just paint the top one first. Let's just see what happens. So I'm going to use Vandyke Brown and little bit white, because this will be totally, that is with the liquid. So I'll not put this straight this one, so I can actually add a little bit blue to that one too, just to get that there itself. I will add, let's just see, I'll add this here, and we need good amount, because on the other side is a little bit white. So if it is reddish color, you can add. No, this will actually dry very dark. So I don't want that to. It is towards the reddish color. So what I'm going to do here is, let me just add a little bit of. This is red iron oxide, just to get that reddish color, not a gray color. Let's just see. Yes, makes sense. Add that. Okay, I think it's good. We need that vintage color type. So that's a mixture. You can mix with burnt sienna. It's not that exactly you need to have this, because I have little bit darker here. So let's just apply and see what happens, because I need to make sure this is actually going to go darker. Just a little bit more. Let me take the entire white here. So I have a little bit darker here, a little more darker here. So I'm going to start with this and then try to see the top one also actually has some. Okay, makes sense. I will just paint this using round brush here. You can use flat brush, it will be faster. Let me just take flat brush. Like that I might not paint, but I just feel that maybe this is faster. I'll take this one. So let's just see what happens. Maybe a little bit faster, I think. Okay. So let's just apply this. Yes, better. And again, turn it this side. Because if I put all same color on all sides, so light is from front, right front, so you have to keep that in mind. Wherever it gets light, I need to make sure that it's lighter, because I will not be able to show lighter than that. So edges actually we need to paint a little bit darker, so we will paint that. So we will know exactly what to. There, here line is actually has disappeared. This doesn't have to be regular, so we will do that once this is done. Okay, even here too I need to have a little bit of a lighter color, but then I need to manage. I will leave a little bit line here. I know where actually I'm going with. That side doesn't this part doesn't take any light, so that is darker. That differentiation will be easier than these ones. And we just like that, and then I will wash my brush before I make any apply any color or blend anything. I'll take this dark, just the tip of my brush, and let's see if I can apply this here to get the edge, and then pull it. So you have edge, but I can actually see that part. And let's do the same thing for this one as well. That's the reason I left that dark here, white space, so I know where I'm actually going to put that and blend it. Pull it across. Again, different ways are there. I'm just going to go ahead with the one which is maybe it is a little bit darker, but I will just take it as good color. If I really need a little bit of white, I think I might have to put a little bit white here. Let's put that white side here. and then see what happens. Okay, so a little bit white I will mix with this. Okay, just here. Okay, again do the same preparation because this gets sunlight. So I'm thinking this has to be, I will smudge that line so I know that it's there. Then I'll do the same thing for this side as well. This gets the light. Acrylic, remember, so it's going to dry darker. Based on that, that's what I will leave. Otherwise, there is no point in it. There, I have smudged enough. Yeah, something like that. So that's okay. Now let me just take straight dark. On the other side, I won't be able to see. This will be darker than, means this doesn't get any light. Use a smaller flat brush if you are not comfortable with this, because I can see myself. I'm not able to go into each and every corner. I might make mistake. Right, there it is. That should be more than enough for that. Here something happened, so I need to get. So at least I have some kind of shape now where light touches where the part where I don't see. So that way I know what I've done here. The lines. So main thing is I need to show that part. So the bottom portion actually is with white and same color I can put, but I'm not going to use that. I will use a little bit of raw sienna. You can use because it's kind of ivory color. So I'm going to take a little bit of just a touch, not much, just a touch of this is gold ochre. That is what I'm going to use for the foreground. I have some color mixtures. So here what I'm going to do here is, let's just take some white and mix with this very light. I don't want this to be pure yellow, and let's just take this color and little bit mix. Oh, that's too much. Okay, this color is enough. This, that was very brownish again, so let's just go ahead with that. Bear with me because this is not going to be a very fast painting. I don't want to do it faster. It might take longer, but believe me, every minute is worth. If you paint along with me, or otherwise if you're painting later, everything is actually is going to give you good result. As you can see, sometimes when this type of paintings are there, when it's up on YouTube, it just feels like that's easy. When you do it, you get to know that it takes a lot of patience and time. Anyone who does this, it's not only me. Some details we'll put it later. This I felt it should not take longer, but I know that it's going to take longer. So make sure your perspective, these lines are exactly right. Otherwise, that will look odd. Yeah. Okay. So now next, again going back to my other colors here. Okay. I can't see much that side, but I need to put there. I will put because there is there. That's all white actually. I need to put that white there later. So this side is white, and there is some shadow is also there. Okay, little bit of dark on the other side. I'll wash my brush. I just want to blend it there. I don't want that to be too dark. That is that corner. Make use of your round brush. Otherwise, I don't think you can just get it right. Just put some lines so that representation. Just because many things we are going to put on that. So I'll just leave it there. Okay. So and in the meanwhile, we have some line there. As far as I can see, which is at the bottom or at the top, depends, but I think it's at the bottom, so I need to put that line there, and as well as here if it is on top. So there are some lights as well, I think, as far as I can see. Lights or some holes are there, so I'm just assuming that some kind of lights. I'll just put those ones too, right? Okay. So while we are at it, but that one actually has to dry, I can't put that. So what I can do with the same color here, what we had, the same color what I can see on some wooden things which have protruded outside. Here on the other side there is something else is here that has to dry. Before that what I'll do here is now what I need to, I think this one is dried. So let's just do one thing. Before I go ahead, I'll just take this white. Remember cloud I talked about? This time I'm actually going to use brush on the not the chisel side, on the side. Then I can actually make some cloud shapes. So this is, that's why I said you don't have to worry about it. That we will come back and put some more proper shapes to that. See that? That's what I was talking about. It doesn't have to be proper edge. There. I think I'll not dilly-dally too much. There, little bit shape I want to put it here. So all others are actually going to be just like that. Should be more than enough. I don't want to spoil. So what we have done is we have tried to cover the top shapes of clouds. If anything you feel is pattern, try to break it by just applying some color here and there. I'll just break this pattern actually here. But yeah, there, right? Okay, so that's good enough. Before I continue with the wooden part, let's just see. I have here paint. Add just drop of water because we will need. Okay, here is that part. Some wood is there, but anyways, I will just try to put that. There it is, right? And then we'll put one line which goes to the half. I'm just trying to make it more realistic. These sticks actually, if you feel that they're of no use, just don't, because this is actually used for turning. So that is needed. I'll apply a little bit of dark just to get light is from top, so bottom portion of that particular thickness of that wood might not get light, so I have to put that line at the bottom and here a little bit. I'll do the same thing, light is from that side, so that means I will have to put some line here which goes there. So that way, if you want, you can actually blend it. I don't think I don't want to spoil that actually. So that's just about it. So that should be good enough. Let's go back with other things here before we put, because the one which is rotating is in the front of everything. So we have to do that first. So that's the reason I'm actually going with that. This stick actually, if you see, this goes on the other side here a little bit as well, right? And then it actually has there, right? I'll take this little bit white, not darker color, only the bottom. This has to be entirely bone dry by the time actually we will come back with flowers, do all that, and then we'll come back with that. Until that time, let this dry. I don't want to dry this with any. Okay, should be good enough. And then the other things that are there, I need a little bit more of this paint. Some lines I need. That's enough. Enough, because if I put too much, then I will mix more. Take some more white. For now, that's enough. And when we need, we'll add. So let's just take this white and this with that. A little bit brown. Okay. So more white. Because I just want to dry darker. And here say titanium white, and gold ochre is also opaque. This is opaque as well. Okay, let's just see what are the things that we need to put on top of this. There is a panel here, right? And then there is something that goes there, right? Goes there. That's how we have that. Then I think there are lines here to this one is hidden, so I can actually go. Okay, here too, touched. Okay, that's fine. Here some line is there. I think here also line is there. I think it goes that side. I will leave it at that. So we know actually it is supposed to be tapering like that, but that's fine. So here is another part where I need to use for windows. That side you won't be able to see anything. There is one window here, darker. Something is there here too, but I'll just put it anyways. Can't see in front of that. And then there is one on top here, and then the line or window there. Line, thicker light is from right side. Here is the smaller one, I think. Can't see. So there is just putting it random, just looking at the photo. Thinner this side. Okay. Right. Okay. So then after that, what I need to do is window, glass, and it reflects sky. So we'll go with a little bit of bluish color. Just enough blue. It's a sky reflection, or otherwise, if it was night, then you should be seeing light from inside. I am going to put this just like that here to a little bit, here more, right? Here something else. Then I will go ahead and try to put some blue straight from top, just as yeah, that should be those two lines. Should be enough. If I really want to put those little bit of lines, I can use liner brush and see whether if I can actually use some lines for that. Yeah, that's fine. Just a suggestion. Okay, next. That is done, that's done, that part is done, that is done. So the main thing is we need to put that. So that means we can work on foreground and then come back to that one at the end. But before that, what I want to do is that in the center white, I'll just try to paint that, because second layer I'm going to paint that second layer later. Here it goes. It doesn't cover here, it actually goes on top there. Then there. Okay, that might not resemble exactly, but I'm going to go over this. Okay, this has to be pure white. But what I'm trying to do here is, before we go over any of this later, I just want to put this here, then come back and paint one more time. It has to be opposite, there, opposite, this opposite, and that opposite. Let me just take a little bit more white and put some white there. See, this is why I was saying actually you need to manage with the contrast, otherwise what will happen is you might end up not having enough contrast to those lines. But anyways, we'll just we'll not make that exactly white. We'll add some brownish color, just something like that. That color actually goes very well with that. So let's try. That's one thing is left. I think behind also I can actually see some because that goes here. There is something else is there too. Behind it doesn't touch, so I'm actually going to paint that just like that, but not otherwise. Okay, let this dry. So that will be our last part. So three-dimensional. We'll go with the flowers. So for this, what I'm going to do here is, again I will take my white. First go with yellow, then go with ultramarine blue. So let's go with flower. There are too many things are there, but I think I'll go for the easy one. Let me show you how I can actually spend hours on this to get certain color. So this is cadmium lemon, again opaque. All are opaque here, all are opaque, because if I just put yellow, I will not be able to show those lines as part of even shadows between the petals. So that's the intention. And this time I'm going to use filbert brush. White I might need later, but let's just see. There and this. I have taken both here, and let's just see how it goes. See that flower, actually that's what I was talking about. I don't want all going through this part, all three colors, and then just take flowers, right? How am I going to show all of them? Otherwise I will end up spending a lot of time. See that effect already, it's just there. I'll wash my brush again, because if the color gets mixed then I won't be able to put that. White one side, this is one side, one corner. Filbert brush works very well with this. Press little bit harder as you come closer, so we need little bit bigger ones too. Left side, right side. Left side, right side. Left side, right side. Bigger. Light is from left side, remember, right side, sorry. So no, it doesn't work properly. Yellow itself is a. So let me wash my brush again. I need more yellow. Left side, right. White I took, but I think white doesn't work that well, because that's not that bright. Both of them are opaque, so I'm not worried. Left side, right side, on one side. So when I press it, so automatically I know that it's on the. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Some stems are there. We'll just put some stems to the closer ones. Other than that, I'm not worrying. Bigger, bigger ones. because we need to fill some spaces with just the filbert brush. That should be enough. I don't want to do it too much. So now let's go to green. We'll come back at the end. So first we'll try to put blue color. So this time I'm going to here we have used cerulean blue at the bottom, just simple strokes. I'm not, like I said, even all these blue flowers actually have petals and then white in the middle. If it was a bigger one, then I would have painted individually, but we'll go with the stroke what we used with the silver brush. Let's see. So now same silver brush, ultramarine blue, not the cerulean, ultramarine blue. But this time I have to see because that is this ultramarine blue is very strong. It's on the left actually. Okay, let's just see left and right. Let's just see how this works, because that if that gets mixed with that, I might actually spoil that. Let's just see how it works. Okay, more white, so just a touch. More white takes time, so take your time too, because this is not going to happen just. What I'll do is I'll just mix with this yellow. Let's see what happens with this. Okay, let's go with this first, and we put some. Try to use the side of the brush itself. So let's just cover this first, then we will see. As you can see, I'm not putting dark. I could have used dark first, but I think I will use lighter first. Then we'll go with darker. Leave some space here and there because we need to put some greens too. Or if you really wish, just go ahead with just these two colors, just flowers. These are all small flowers, so these are actually open petals, but I'm still using this brush. I think it should be okay. Little bit here too, little bit there, in between. Between. Okay. So let's just paint just like that and see how it looks. Different ways of painting can be more creative, more detailed. I can be more detailed here, spending 3 hours on this, but it is the suggestion that we need to make sure that it's just there. Okay, I think so far so good. We'll try to make it look beautiful, that's what I can say. Okay, here I will cover this part here. We'll come back to that if anything we need. So let's just go only with Ultramarine Blue and try to, I don't know, I think maybe I will just use round brush and see what happens. Just the tip of this and then I should have put ultramarine and then the light white color, but what I feel is that will be too dark contrast with that this one, so that's the reason I'm using just reverse. So I know that just the dots here and there. I'm just tippling here and there, so if this is not the way you wanted, you can actually spend more time, but you can actually go with even abstract a little bit here and there. So I am going to go with this technique itself for now. If I had put just pure ultramarine, then it would have been a little bit darker. So I need to break some pattern here. There are too many things on there. There, too, right far away. Some small ones. Somewhere you will be able to see. Right? Okay. So then I will use some hooker's green and yellow we already have. Some greenery we need to put in between. If this was a little bit bigger, then I would have painted even more, taken more time to paint. But let's just see if I can get some lines here. Okay, so this is there with a little bit of yellow. Some lines, whatever I see here for now, that's not enough. So that means it has to be a little bit darker, a little bit line here, one line there, one line here. It's a representation, so it doesn't have to be exact. Some stems have to be shown, right? Otherwise, how is that possible? Right? Some of them, not all. I have one line, one line, one line. Okay, some of them are shown as well. I can see. I think you should be able to see that some lines are there. Not very prominent, but they are there. There, there. Right? Okay, so now what we'll do is we will mix this and this all together and then try to paint some greenery here and there. Green has to be there, so or otherwise it doesn't have to be, but I'm going to fill this green here and there, so just as part of some leaves. Otherwise we have left so much of white, so uh-huh. Okay. Daughter is back.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Hello. What did you do? Hello.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put it over green, otherwise all the glue will be wasted.
No, I'm just trying to put here and there. Not everywhere, but I still need to put some greens, right? Some greens are needed. White spot which is left looks like actually some white flowers, but I will get some greens here and there.
Wherever white spot is there, you just put green.
No, then there will be too many. That's why I will try to manage whatever is possible.
Here, there are a lot of white spots.
Yeah. No, we will leave that as white flower itself. What is that? It doesn't have to be. Here, this corner I will intentionally put some more green here. As you can see, I'm just going with what I feel is right rather than just exactly copying what is there. I think if you look at this, that's what it looks like. Flowers are okay. I'm happy with what I got there. So let's just see. We should not. We'll try to create. We'll try not to create a pattern. I think. Let's just step back and check this first of all. I think should be good. Not. I am looking at this painting here. There, here, I feel a little bit of too much yellow pattern. There is more not green enough. Then here, that part here, I feel that there is some white. There is some green here too. Put some green far away. Right. Those are yellow. I think it should be enough. I will just leave it like that. I will not do too much of dilly, but if I really wanted it, I can actually mix this little bit darker green here with this ultramarine. Take this and try to put some lines exactly that I can see that there are some stems. The painting you can actually see here, but in the camera I think you are able to see, because I don't want to make it look too distinct that looks like a sticker, so only some of them, not all of them. So that's what I have, some small ones here. There. Okay, so I think top one is dried. Let's go with this color I can't use, so I have to use this. Yellow is still there here. Let's see whether what can we use this for. Little bit yellow. This is opaque, so I'm actually going to use that here. Little bit straight yellow. Not able to see because the value of the background and the foreground is same, but here actually you will be able to see. enough of that. So we'll just leave it like that. Okay, with whatever yellow I have, I'll just try to put some highlights on that side. Okay, let's just start working on this. We need white and then those lines, and then that should be done. But we also decided that there was
Make
some
sure that
tree here.
Make sure your white is complete white and opaque. Otherwise, the sky is already white, and then the windmill won't even be seen.
We will try to put, well, we will not put full white. That's why we'll try to put. Let's just see. We talked about a tree here, so some tree. Maybe liner brush. Take just liner brush a little bit. Very far away tree, so I'm not going to go too much detail in that. This is just a far away tree, so. Right. Okay, and then I will take my round brush. I will use just the dry brush. Just the dry brush. Nothing is there, it's just dry brush here. I'm going to use a little bit. Some leaves are there on top and just the very dry stripping, so it's not again too much. That's just about it. So I'm not going to put, I can actually put something else, but I'll put a bush next to that and then maybe make sure something balances on the left side too.
Good things to those who have patience.
Uh, Good things, those who have patience. So one more I will put here as a bush or tree, so it just balances like that. Just a suggestion far away so it doesn't leave empty. So then next is again white water. Uh-huh. So we'll try to start painting that part, this part, and then that should be done. Actually, that's what I feel. So it's dark enough. I think we'll try to make it a little bit brownish because this can be darker colors too. The fans and the contrast with this actually goes with something like that light brownish color, because then I'll be able to yellowish brownish color. So we'll follow that itself and see. I will just be using my liner brush. It's raining outside, so you can hear. Okay, I got fresh water.
I brought it.
Daughter brought it. Okay, so next.
You might want to keep changing your water in the middle of the painting.
No, you are, otherwise you can actually have to.
Like sometimes some people might paint the windmill first and then go to the foreground. Some people. So that's why you might want to take clean water so that this color will not get mixed with the other.
Correct. So let's just see all colors we have here. So this just white, like we discussed.
If you have any white from the sky, you can also use that.
I don't know how many coats this needs. I think this second coat should be enough. We will just make sure that the second coat is white enough, and also I can show some. Yes. Remember, after this there is no drawing here, so I'm just going ahead with what I see is right. So opposite sides. So opposite sides. So that means I need to take it a little bit up. I need to make it a little bit thicker. Then this will be opposite to the top one. So now if I want to, let's take that ultramarine blue little bit, and the shadow side is here, so you have to keep that in mind. Shadow side is here and a little bit on other side, otherwise I won't be able to show that shadow side. And then this side also thickness, I need to show the thickness. For that reason I have to use this. Down also is there, because this is the one we are looking at this, so we need to be able to show that. Little bit there, little bit there, and okay. This side I won't be able to see, it's on top, and that side also I won't be able to see. If I really want to get that some contrast here up against, so let's say we brought it there, and I can actually take this little bit, inside, so I know that that portion goes there. See that, that's fine. And I can also do the same thing here to make it a little bit bigger, and then it goes on top. Yeah, just to get that edge, because on top I cannot. Other option is ultramarine blue, or otherwise we had cerulean blue. Here if I really want, I can actually get that blue there, get that blue there, and then smudge it there itself. So I know then that way the contrast is there. I'll be able to see that white. So anywhere that white goes there on the other side, so I'm not worried. So let's just and in between is actually I have some brownish kind of thing. Let's try that one. That's too dark, but still anyways I need that. Okay. Then I'll just put a dot on that, the center part, just some kind of screw nut, bolt, whatever it is. Okay, so let's just draw. Then after that we need to put a shadow of this. Here a little bit shadow is there, behind it but shadow is there, and on that side. So light is from the front, so we'll copy that. Now I'm going to mix this white and little bit of gold ochre, because I don't want to put straight white. I have to match the color with the sky. If not, my sky has to be contrast wise, has to be a little bit darker. First I'll use this brush, and then I'll go with the liner brush for smaller lines, because that line is there, this thickness I'm not able to see, this thickness under I'm able to see, again this one I'm not able to see, and this one under. So these two under I can see, these two I can, because they are all head on. So now is again, this is just try your best to get this straight. What can I say? Okay, that's the color I was after anyway, so I'll be able to see as well. I think that is because of that you'll be able to see. Let me just put some more color in that, otherwise it's just, you can think that as like a little dirty yellowish. Okay. So we just have to make sure that the lengths of all of them are actually same. That's the main intention. Don't do something so thicker to thin. As you can see there, I'm going to go ahead as far as I can until I reach that blue there, so that way I know that contrast is there. So now let's just see what happens. I think it's not straight enough, but that's okay. I will just that much till here. Okay. Okay. So I think it's good enough. I will not erase any of those. Again, I'll do the same measurement for this. Okay, I'll go with that till here. So you can actually put something like that and try to see that your line is straight. That's what I can say. That way you will know you're not going wrong with that. Right? Again, if I do that, there. So all this will have lines. This is thick to thin. You have to be very careful with if I was doing all by myself, I think first I will do this and go to the bottom one, but we had to wait for certain things to dry. So here, I think it's dried. All of them are dried here. No, some white is not dried. Okay. This is the underneath one, like I said. You will be able to see that. Again, I need to do the same thing for this one because this is a perspective wise. These are not head on, but they are in a direction that I should be able to see the bottom, but these ones I won't be able to. But what I am going to do, I will put a thin line just to suggest so that I know that it's just there. This one doesn't need anything because this already has a good contrast here. Maybe there it needs, right? Okay, I think that way I know that this is there, otherwise I won't be able to see that. I think I've done that. Let me just put a line here too. There is a dark line here, and dark lines are there everywhere. I need to show that where they are actually joining. Okay, and for this one too. Okay, so that should be enough. So I'm only left with those lines with the liner brush. I have taken some 1 or 2 drops of water. It's the same color, and we will see those steps and whatever they put. I'll just try to put those ones. Okay, so the first will go from here. I'll go around. Okay, from here to there. From here, it goes from there to and up until there. See, I should have had a little bit darker there, but I think okay. I don't know how many of that is actually going to see here because that is darker here. I can see there are 3 steps here. So 3 steps. There's the first one. Then the second one, and these are all, this side is all same, so that side is the only one which gets step. I'll just do it here, so that way I know third one actually comes out as well. Here I have contrast, so I think it looks good, but I don't know, other side we'll see. Again, one more last. Here, just to make sure that I see the line, I will put that line here a little bit darker, so just so that I see that line. And let's just see what happens with this one. This is actually supposed to be straight. Okay, straight. Then next is this side. Again, it's 1 and 3. Let's just put one line and check how it actually looks. Can I see that? Yeah, I can. But intentionally I'll add a little bit dark to this one. I will add a little bit this, little bit Vandyke Brown, just to get, because here I don't think I'll be able to see that. So let's just see now what happens. I think this color is enough because it's going to dry darker, so I will not change this further. Yeah, much better. Goes there. I won't be able to see lines here again. Okay, next part. I'll just repeat this. This is the repetition process. So again, one more step. Patience. That is it will dry darker anyways. So I will just one more step. Just do the same thing for the other one, that too as well. Okay, the right side at the bottom. If it was darker, it's fine, or otherwise the other option is actually, I've seen some of them very colorful ones. You can actually paint that with the red would be a good combination, I think. Maybe we should have chosen that. Red will be a good combination.
With what?
These lines for this.
Shall I get the right one?
No, it's okay. First, let's just see how it actually looks just after this third one. You can always go with any other color. Let's just see how it looks. Is it visible? Yes. Is it visible? That's okay. I can actually, what I can do here is just take some little bit more dark and draw some of those lines so that they are actually more visible. I think this is more visible. Now, now it's better actually. Let's just do that. At least we can actually use any other color. It's just a double job, but you have to see in the beginning itself what is going to work in terms of contrast. Just to get this contrast. Okay, that's fine. Now let's try at least the last one is actually going to be only one. Right? Okay. So this is the one. So I should be able to get this dark right. Okay. Next, the other side 3. Hey, Kannada. One step, let it go here itself. So last one, last step. Maybe here I've just tried to represent this, but this particular windmill, I would say if given an option, if I have to compose myself, I might paint this red and then I might paint that some other color so I can actually see all those lines. So that's about it. Okay, now let's go back with a little bit of no, I will use that other round brush, take this little bit of paint, mix with ultramarine blue if I have here, just get the dark enough, not the black. Ultramarine blue or Prussian blue, they will give you dark with Vandyke Brown. I need to put some shadows here. If you see, there is a shadow here on top. Then there is shadow here, the bottom one. Then shadow of that is also there in between. I will put that a little bit so I know it's coming out from there, and then the shadow of this is also there on the other side as well. Then the shadow of this stick is also there, which is where that particular stick, shadow of that stick is also there, and then this shadow is also there, right? These shadows are there on that. Then shadows of this particular portion is on this. Let's just put this. That is the shadow part. That side is darker, won't be able to see. Then some of the shadows of these lines are here. Depending on where you want to put that, right? What other shadow you have? I don't think I have any other shadows there. That shadow itself, that's enough. I think that should be good enough if I really wanted it, but actually I feel this side is very bent. Let's just see. Yeah, makes more sense. A little bit more. There. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think it's good enough. Light light is from that side, light is there, shadow part, shadows of those ones I have put, and then I think that should be good enough. I'll just leave it at this, and then see what you can come up with. I'll end this painting here itself, because anything actually has to be done, you can actually, like I mentioned, you can change the colors, all of them, so that should be more than enough. And windows also I've just put as much as possible.
Tell us how it went in the comments if you tried to do this
Yes, if you
yourself.
try this, let us know, and then please don't forget to subscribe and like this video so that it reaches more and more
hit the
people.
notification bell so that you get notified every time we post a new video.
Yes, we post a new video. So it was just simple stippling, not much. The distance, the light, shadows, and the color managing, as you might have seen, how the contrast has to be managed. If I really want to show those all those structures. Apart from that, I think there is an antenna here. I don't know whether to put or not. Let me just put that. Some kind of, or maybe it is just a flagstaff, or maybe I don't know. I will not put that. Leave it like that.
If you want, you can put that with a gel watercolor.
No, this actually has to be somewhere something like this. Let me just try. This, if this is the center of axis, I'm just assuming that has to
Give
be
you another
there.
tip that if you want to do the windmill and you are not
There.
comfortable with doing the thin lines with the brush, you can take a color pen, like a pen that has coloring like brown color or white color pen, and you can draw the lines with them. That is also not a problem.
I think this one actually has to go there too a little bit. Uh-huh.
You can use the color
I'll just
pen.
leave there.
You
This
can
one.
get a set, and you can with the brown color pen you can try to. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not comfortable with making it with the pen tool, or if you're not confident enough that you can do a thin line.
Yeah, and that you have any other option there. Just trying to align with that. Should be enough. I will not put too much. Okay, that should be enough. So please don't forget to subscribe, and this is the final painting. I will see you next time. Thank you for joining. Bye bye for now.